What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Shay Renee, and today we are here to talk about Zatima Season 2, Episode 15. Okay, and y'all, I actually had a chance. This episode is called Moments of Clarity. I actually had a chance to watch the new episodes that came out today, and y'all, I am not impressed, and I hope that is not how they ended the season. But anyway, let's just get into it, shall we?
Can't ball in a life, man. Go on with it, go on with it. Do us. So we are coming here with a force. Yeah. Blessing the reap and we courting on.
So y'all, so there won't be a live that plays automatically at 9 o'clock like I was trying to keep consistently scheduled for y'all. So I'm early at work, so I wanted to go ahead and come on and give y'all this review for Zatima episode 15 and 16. I'll do 16 later, but I'm gonna do 15 right now. But y'all, I am so like over Paul. I'm over Belinda. I'm just over both of them. Like, we don't need Belinda anymore. Belinda's character is needless. Like, I feel like at this point, Tyler Perry, whoever these writers are, you know what? Let me see what they got to give before I give them all this credit. But yeah, whoever these writers are that you have for sisters, I'm gonna need you to use them on Zatima too. But y'all, just a side note, there's a show called Caught Up with Jasmine or Jazzy, whatever her name is. She plays Deja on Zatima. We gotta watch, y'all gotta watch that. It's 4 episodes, and Tyler Perry, if you're watching this, go on and release the rest of them episodes, because you did good on that show. You did good on that show. But y'all, we talking about Zatima, so let's get into it. So this episode starts off where we realize that Zach is actually dreaming. Fatima did not really come to his house and drop it low and bring it up slow on D. Okay, he is dreaming. He wakes up, and in the dream, at the end of the dream, Fatima is on top of him, riding him, and she says, "I'm not." He's like, "Fatima." He yells her name out, and she's like, "I'm not Fatima." And he's like, "Well, who are you?" And she says, "Bryce." I'm like, what type of GAY stuff you trying to put on here, Tyler Perry? Why would she have to say Bryce's name? I could see if she said Connie. Like, I know that you're trying to perpetuate the whole Bryce trying that he done kissed Zach stuff, but we got to move on from that. I'm ready to move on from the Bryce and Zach situation. But moving on, Zach wakes up and realized that he was dreaming, and he was having a rather wet dream at that. And Bryce actually calls him and says, "Listen, man, I know you're not really in the best space with me right now, but I really want you to come and meet me at this project. Valerie will be there, and I really want you to see it. Like, I really think if you see it, it'll make a difference." And Zach is like, "Okay, man, whatever." So he decides, he brushes him off and hangs up on Bryce. And then he calls Angela looking for Fatima, and she tells him that Fatima is not in the house. Meanwhile, upstairs in the guest room, Fatima is in there with Paul the lame. He is so lame to me. It is so obvious that Paul is sticking around so that he can get the draws. Y'all, sorry, I'm under the sun, and sometimes this thing is just not cooperating a little bit. Okay, hopefully it don't fall down. So yeah, Paul is just up there. Basically, he's saying whatever Fatima wants to. Child, y'all, I hope this thing don't get on my nerves this whole time. Get through this. Hold on, y'all. I got to play MacGyver. I'm about to have to reach out to one of my fellow content creators and be like, "What do y'all be putting on y'all dashboards, child, to make it stay there? Because this don't work. It's feeling like it's heavy or something." Hold on, y'all. All right. Hopefully that stays. If it don't, I'll just take it out and hold it. But anyway, so Paul tells her that she wasn't sleeping very well. She was tossing and turning. At one point, she was even saying Zach's name in her sleep and all this, that, and the third. I'm like, Why are you like, he literally must have been staying up all night waiting on her to give him some poem. He was like, well, it's not like we were having sex. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna have to hold it because this don't want me to be great. He was like, it's not like you stayed up, we were up all night and you were trying, basically we were having sex or whatever. And so she's like, so is that all you want? Like, why are you even here if that's the case? And I'm like, Paul, it's clear. It's like he'll say this stuff and he's like, I know that I'm basically like your fallback guy, or I'm basically the person that, you're using to get over Zach. But it's like he wants her to use him the way that he wants to be used. Mainly using her bouncing on his dick. That's what he wants to be used doing. And it's like, Paul, you gotta get out of here. If you're not willing to be her friend at this point, why are you even around? Like, why are you even wasting her time and your time? But Fatima, I really blame all of this on you because this man is not your friend. Why are you trying to make fetch a thing? You don't have to force anything with this man. Let it go. Why are you doing this? Like, y'all, unbelievable. I can't wait till we get into the last two episodes that came on today because Fatima really got on my nerves in these last two episodes that came out today. I'm just letting y'all know. And that's probably shifted my mood for the episodes that I'm actually reviewing right now. So basically, they're still continuing to have, they're talking. Fatima is basically like, you know what, honestly, I just want you to leave. And he's like, whoa, okay, that's kind of messed up. You want me to leave? He's like, all right, well, cool. I'll just give you your space, but just don't lose my number. And I'm just like, boy, I'm over Paul. He's like, the more and more I'm around you, I just realize that the more and more I get to know you, I'm just really falling for you. No, you're not. You don't even know enough about her. You thought that the stuff that Zach said to her was corny, but in actuality, she likes that type of stuff. You don't know anything about her. You just trying to get in her drawers. That's it. That's it, and that's all. So moving on. Paul gets dressed and leaves, and he go downstairs. And I'm like, Fatima, you must have got dressed real quick. Did you take a shower? Because she was right down the steps, right behind Paul. I was just as confused as all get up. So Paul comes down the steps. Angela is like, oh, the walk of shame. And he's like, well, I would have actually had to do something to be having some shame. First of all, you sound real pissed off that you ain't get none. Grow up, Paul. Seriously. Like, this is too much. Why are you even telling her friend? Like, her friend don't even need to be in y'all business. So he's like, oh, yeah, and by the way, I saw a leak in your shingles on your roof. I'm going to go ahead and take care of that for you free of charge. Don't try to do work on my friend's house so you can thinking you're going to get some. That ain't going to work. So he leaves. Fatima comes down, sneaking down the steps. And Angela asks her, how did everything go? She was like, I didn't hear y'all up there making no noises or anything. So obviously he must have a little peen, or you didn't enjoy yourself, or y'all ain't do nothing. She was like, well, Fatima was like, no, we didn't do anything. But like, he don't even hold me right. He just like, he don't fit. And he don't even know how to kiss and all this, that, and the third. Girl, you want Zach. Just go on back to Zach's house. Cause you on my nerves at this point, Fatima. Like I don't get this stuff with women. Why do we have to play these games? If you want him, by you staying away from him all this time, it's not really going to teach him anything. Then you over here playing with Paul's emotions. You're doing the same thing to Paul, playing with his emotions that you would not want nobody to do to you. That's what I don't understand. You still over there loving on Zach. You still care about him. It's been a day. Like 2 days, as a matter of fact. Go talk to Zach. Because hiding out over here at daggone Angela's house is not helping you, sis. It's not. Obviously, you still want to be around homeboy. But you playing games because you want to teach him a lesson. Sorry, y'all. These chat lips is getting on my nerves. It's early and I'm tired. But I wanted to come on here because y'all, I didn't get a chance to record y'all live for 9 o'clock this morning. So anyway, Fatima gets ready to go to work. Um, Basically she ain't satisfied with Paul. She ain't trying to be with Paul, child. So moving on, the guys come over to tell Zach. Zach is on this nap Peloton. He might have a Schwinn bike like me, child. So he riding on the bike in the living room, which I didn't even never know they had this bike in the living room. I ain't never seen it, but all of a sudden it's there today. Zach have another bedroom? Cause that house, I can't believe that his whole upstairs is his bedroom. Do they have a basement? This is just a side note, but moving on. The guys come over, tell Zach Belinda, in fact, did make the profile with Fatima's name in it, and put the pictures on it. And Nathan is apologetic, saying that, he didn't know, and he can't believe that Belinda would do something like that. And, he got to do better about these BIs, and or he just keep on effing all these bitches, and he just the man, and he don't know why this keep happening to him. He making it about him when Fatima and Zach were the ones that were wronged. So Zach is like, what the hell are you talking about? He was like, Nathan, you need to grow up. Like, why are you even around her? She is so, she is trash, basically. He is like, man, I don't even know why she's doing that. Like, why is she sweating you like this and this, that, and the third? First of all, Belinda is crazy. Y'all gonna see that in these last 2 episodes. I don't really see, honestly, I don't see Tyler Perry's purpose for Belinda. Now, I do get that in some friendships, there are friends or women in friendships, and sometimes males too, that are jealous of the other person in the relationship. They're jealous. And they don't really celebrate you. They don't want to really see you win. So they secretly hating on you behind your back. And I feel like that's exactly what Belinda is doing when it comes to Fatima. She really be hating on Fatima for real. And it's really sad. She was never Fatima's friend. And really, I just can't believe that she would let some dick come between her and Fatima like that. So you out here, you had sex with Zach one time, and now you are so digmatized and crazy over him that you are making fake profiles for your friend and trying to sabotage their relationship. First of all, and mind you, Zach is not going to be with you, Belinda. He don't like you. I just don't see Belinda's purpose. I really, really don't. So anyway, Nathan over there being immature, making it about him. Then he says, man, whatever. You just saying all this stuff, going to therapy, think therapy is working and this, that, and the third. Basically, they over there making fun of him about him going to therapy. And he's like, you think because you healed or whatever that you better than us. And Zach was like, I'm not healed. First of all, I'm healing. I'm not healed. And he's like, y'all need to go to therapy. And Nathan and Tony began to laugh, talking about, yeah, nah, that ain't for me. I ain't doing that. And Zach was like, I knew y'all would say that. He was like, you know what? I learned in therapy. Let me tell you what I learned in therapy. And they were like, oh, what? Zach says, you know what? I'm not even going to talk about it to y'all. Y'all need to get out. Y'all got to go, man, because y'all getting on my nerves. So Zach don't. My thing is, I feel like Nathan and Tony need to grow up. Tony really needs more lines, honestly. Like Nathan is the one that's really getting more of the time on screen, and Tony, all we ever do is see him sitting there smiling with his eyebrows in the people's eyebrow. It's like, what's Tony's purpose? I'm gonna need him to pop out and be sleeping with Nathan's wife or something. Like, I need something to happen with Tony's character because he's just always a person there ad-libbing. So Nathan pulls this, man, I'm your boy. I'm just trying to help you out. I just want you to have the best. I want the best for you. And Zach is like, what makes you think that me being with Fatima is not what's best for me? And Nathan, you don't know what's best for no damn body because you don't even know what's best for your damn self. Fool. So Zach kicks them out because they stupid and ain't nobody got time for that. So moving on. Angela goes to Belinda's house because she want to check up on her and see if she got if she has the stuff on her computer that incriminates her, to basically say, I know what you did. You are the one that created this profile for Fatima, and you made this fake page. She continues to tell Angela that that's a lie. She was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Then she's like, wait, did Nathan tell you? I can't believe he told you. And Angela was like, girl, he didn't tell me nothing. You just told me. Like, what? She was like, Angela was like, I got information that you did do it, but now you basically confirmed it. She's like, why are you doing this? Like, that's Fatima is our friend. Why are you treating her like this? What's your problem? And Belinda is like, girl, you know how I get when I be off that weed. Girl, ain't no weed making nobody act like that. It's not making nobody act like that. You doing team entirely too much. It's giving obsession. Belinda is absolutely obsessed with Zach and Fatima's relationship, or Zach, or Fatima, or both. I don't know what's wrong with her. It's not making any sense what she's doing. I tell you that. So moving on, she goes ahead and admits that she did it. And Angela tells her, just take it down. And Belinda is like, well, don't tell Fatima. She's like, Fatima already know, girl. You just better hope she don't come over here and bust a cap in you. Okay. And so Angela leaves and Belinda get all bewildered. And she's like, oh my gosh, she gonna get me. I'm like, girl, you ain't too worried about Fatima getting you. And because you did it. You did it. I don't like Belinda, and I really don't see what's the point of her. Moving on, Fatima's at the office and she gets called up front, and she served papers from Deja, basically saying, she taking her to court because she put her hands on her when she dragged Deja up out that pool. So that hot tub. So as she's getting served, her mother walks in because the mom wants to talk to her about having Zach come over for dinner and whatnot, because they want to talk to her and Zach about the last time they met, and the mom says she wants to apologize for being rude to Zach or whatever the case may be. So she's going there to tell Fatima basically that that's what she wants to do. She wants to take her to lunch to talk to her about that, because Henry, her dad, has already called Zach and invited him to come to dinner with come to the house for dinner, because Fatima's mother obviously wants to apologize. So I'm just like, Henry is a weird one, because you want to get Zach and Fatima back together, and you speaking so highly of your wife and all this, that, and the third, but you was just over here trying to get with Deja, flirting and carrying on. Unbelievable. I don't get it. But anyway, Henry had called Zach. He ended up going to the construction site because he was going to take a look at it, because Bryce was so pressed. So he's there checking out the scene. Henry calls, begs him to come because the lady is going to apologize, and because Zach wants to see Fatima. He's like, does Fatima know that I'm coming? And he's like, she's going to know. Her mom is going to tell her. So Zach is like, all right, cool, whatever, I'll be there. So moving on, Fatima and her mom are having lunch, and her mom says she wants to talk to her about Zach. She says that Zach has so many similarities to Fatima's dad that it's crazy. But she couldn't be with Fatima's dad because Fatima's dad was in and out of jail, and that wasn't something that she thought was healthy for her or Fatima growing up. But she said that she really, really loved Fatima's dad, and to this day, if she saw him, she don't know what she would do. Like, her heart would still flutter for him, because he really was the only one that has ever done it for her, for real, for real. So while she loves her husband, she still has love for Fatima's dad. Like, he was the one that she was the most attracted to and really liked being with. So she tells her, wait a minute. So then the mom tells Fatima that the stepdad went to go see Zach and told him to fight for Fatima. And Fatima says she wants Zach to do that on his own. She doesn't want them telling him to fight for her. Here's the thing. Stop playing these games. Either you want to be with Zach or not. Zach had a whole therapy session where he brought his strung out mama and brother and trick them in there to pay them so that you could see into his life to see why he is the way that he is. You are so looking into the superficial points of relationships that you're not even thinking about the stuff that you've done that could be possibly turning Zach off. You don't care about that. You know, Fatima is living in this fairy tale situation with this relationship. Zach has been very upfront with her as to all the drama and whatnot and what's going on with him. She wants to play like she wants to accept it one minute, and then the next minute she don't want to accept it. It's too much. It's not real. It's not reality. So moving on, she says that, you know, Fatima's mother says that she couldn't do the in and out of jail stuff, so she left him for a better life. She asked Fatima and Zach to, she's like, basically, she wants both of them to come over for dinner. And she reassures Fatima that she's actually going to apologize to Zach. And Fatima says she isn't ready to see Zach, but she eventually agrees to come over for dinner. I'm like, girl, you know you want to see Zach. Stop playing around. So in the last part of the episode, we see Bryce, Valerie, and Zach chatting about the property over there at the construction site. And Zach tells her that financially, this just isn't going to work. So Zach and Bryce are going back and forth. And, you know, Bryce is like, come on, man, I know you have the money. Let's go ahead and do this project. You really going to miss out on all this money because I kissed you or whatever? And Zach is like, I don't trust your judgment, man. No, I'm not doing it, because if you can read the situation totally wrong where it comes to me and I'm supposed to be your friend and your business partner and you put your lips up on me, what do I think? Like, what makes me think that you're going to use good judgment? Like, I don't trust you anymore. And he's like, I'm not doing it. Zach's like, I only have and so Bryce is like, man, I'm telling you, you can't let this come between us in this deal. Like, I know you have the money. Now, I remember Zach giving Bryce, I don't know if it was Bryce or Jake from State Farm, giving them money to hold on to for him because of that whole situation with the people coming after him because of him getting all that money from that stock. I don't remember. So I hope Bryce don't do nothing grimy and get Zach's money. But anyway, it's $500,000. They need an additional $500,000 to buy in to get this building. And Bryce is like, well, we haven't been pre-approved for a loan yet, so we can't technically do it, but we can figure it out. And so Zach calls Valerie over, and he says, listen, we ain't got the money, we ain't doing it. So she's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna call my other investors. So then she calls over Paul, and Paul walks through the screen, and she's like, hey, honey. And so Zach is like, honey. And that's where the episode ends. But y'all, spoiler alert for episode 16, they ain't married. Okay? I think it's weird that Paul and Valerie are still calling each other honey, but they not married. But Paul, you over here calling this lady honey and obsessing over another child. It's a fool. But that's episode 15, y'all. I will be back to talk about episode 16, Gamble at Love, later on today. And then tomorrow we'll have discuss episode 17 and 18. But until then, thank y'all for watching. Please, please, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with anybody else that's watching this show too. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.